Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Open Panel and a 400 subscriber celebration. With me is Brandon, Looney Tunes fan 2000. How you doing, Brandon?
Just fine.
It's good to hear. We got some people in the chat already. Gorilla's here. Hey, Gorilla. And we got Indy Tiger, Sapphire Reviews. Hello, Indy. Welcome to the show. The StreamYard link is, make sure it is, it is pinned up if either of you guys want to join the panel. But this is going to just be open topic, whatever you want to talk about.
You do have a favorite? You do have a favorite Looney Tune character?
Yeah, definitely has to be Daffy Duck.
My favorite's Roadrunner, along with Wile E. Coyote.
That's good. Hey, Gap After Dark, welcome to the show.
But I do want to say this to my channel, like a stream
sure.
media audience thing.
Yeah, no problem.
Doesn't say it on here on this panel.
What does that say?
No, it usually says stream to your audience.
I've never seen that on.
I did on Society X's panel.
Is that on StreamYard?
Yes.
Oh. And thanks, Indy. It took about 1.5 years, but finally clawed out of the 300s. It'd probably help if I put out more than one stream a week, though. But eventually I got there. Making supper, doing a bit of cleaning. Be a bit.
I am the Looney Tunes
okay,
man.
Gorilla. What's that?
I'm the Looney Tunes man.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing to have. Looney Tunes are very popular, and
do you know this person?
Oh yeah, Daffy. Best duck.
What about this one?
Sly. He should
Sly.
Yeah, Sylvester.
Yep, Sylvester. How about this one?
Marvin, of course.
Marvin the Monster.
Very underrated.
What about this one?
I say that's Foghorn Leghorn.
What about this one?
The French Rapist. Pepe. I'm surprised he hasn't been Me Too'd out of existence.
What about this one?
Actually, I gotta blow that one up a bit. Oh, Speedy.
Here's this one.
I don't know why that wasn't showing up very well. Oh, of course, that's Elmer. Do you watch any other cartoons except for Looney Tunes? Or I know you used to do Popeye as well.
Mainly Scooby-Doo and Simpsons, Family Guy, and South Park.
Aside for Family Guy and South Park, those are all pretty good. At least Simpsons used to be good.
What about this one?
Hey, Taz. I think you got all of them, don't you?
Here's this one.
I feel like I should be answering with a sign for Wiley.
Here's this one.
The Evil Bunny.
What about this one?
Not quite as evil, but still evil, Tweety.
What about this one?
Bacon.
Bacon?
Well, what else is a pig?
Porky Pig.
Yeah.
What about this?
Pig, bacon.
What about this one?
Yosemite.
What about this one?
Fantastic mustache.
What about this one?
I never noticed before, but Roadrunner looks a lot like Quail.
What about this one?
That one you got me stumped. I don't remember his name.
This is Henry Hawk.
Oh, Henry Hawk.
What about this one?
I can't remember that one either.
Mr. J. Fogg.
Oh, Michigan, yeah. I remember when he used to be the spokesman for the WB network at launch.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be a great network.
It got shut down in like September 2006.
Those pigs were cannibals because they turned their dad into sausage and ham, then mounted him. That's a little bit extreme, gorilla. What have you been up? What have you been up to this week, Brandon?
I did a stream with Loki's Movies of Mischief yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
I was on Society X's panel, and I sent it to my channel.
Oh, that sounds good. It's true, I got evidence. Well, come up here and show your evidence, gorilla. Cannibalism is a serious charge. Even when you're talking about delicious, delicious pig. So, are you still just doing the streaming, or are you still doing the cartoon premieres?
Streams. I'm not doing cartoon premieres anymore.
No. Oh, were they getting hit by copyright or stuff
No
like
one
that?
wants to. No one wants to show up.
Oh. Yeah, the premieres are sort of hard to schedule. But they do pretty good on rewatch, I would think. Oh, and Stream Elements bot is showing up. Hey, LDG. Welcome to the show.
Welcome in.
Thanks, LDG. Let's see if I miss a chunk of chats here. Man. Yes, Indy. Tweety is evil for all the stuff he's pulled over on Sly over the years. He has intentionally fed him to that bulldog. Sure, I believe it's Hector. That's the one with Tweety and Sylvester. Hector's the one that beats him, but Tweety's the one who set it up. Sorry, I had to step away. Oh yeah, that's no problem, LDG. Oh yeah, Grill has a good point. The short premieres are kind of hard to catch, with YouTube not giving the proper notifications and everything. By the time they get the notification, it's already over. But I'd recommend doing those cartoons again. They I think they generated a lot of good traffic for you. And hello, Suzanne. Welcome to the show. And thank you. There we go. Not much LDG. It's just open panel. Discuss whatever you like. And Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Thank you. Welcome to the show.
I do have over 2,300. What's your favorite Daffy Duck cartoon?
It's still Duck Dodgers.
What's your favorite Bugs Bunny cartoon?
Not really a Bugs Bunny fan. Always found Bugs and Mickey, for that matter, to be self-centered jackasses. Always holding down the ducks, who are obviously superior to them.
My sub count's now 2,318.
That's pretty good, Brandon. And hey, Cody guy, welcome to the show. The link should be still pinned at the top if anyone else wants to join. But yeah, I never really was a fan of Bugs Bunny. He is always a bit of a jerk. Not just to Daffy, but to Elmer and Yosemite as well.
What's the rating for your channel? Well, like movie rating.
I'd say solid PG.
My channel has no cuss words whatsoever.
G is a good rating for your channel.
Your match channel is like NC-17.
Gorilla. I really hope I don't sound like your ex, then you really have some very questionable taste in women. And you are not Yosemite, nor a bunny, nor Elmer.
Start paying attention, you're gonna lose.
Real Wade Nation Gaming says he's trying something new tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. If you got a link available to whatever it's gonna be, go ahead and post it. You should be a. Oh no, you're not. Been here enough. Green standard. Yeah, if you have a link to it, wait, go ahead and put it in.
I put the link in all.
Oh, for your channel, Brandon?
Yes.
Pretty good. So cartoon-wise, anything else but Looney Tunes that you're... If you had to choose something modern, do you watch anything modern?
I do watch new episodes of Simpsons Family Guy on Sunday nights.
So just the long-running stuff?
Yes, yeah. 8 and 9:30 Sunday nights.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried to give some of the newer stuff a chance, but all of it seems to be like Steven Universe and Owl House. The art is just so cheap. The storylines are so shallow and usually pumped full of message. They're just unwatchable. That's mainly why I focus on the classic stuff. 80s and 90s. That's
I do
when
upload mainly just once. I do upload some from the 2000s as well.
oh, what from the 2000s?
I do upload some of the Looney Tunes sorts from the 90s and 2000s.
Okay. Uh let me see if I remember what. There was a Looney Tunes Extreme show in the early 2000s. You ever seen that one?
The Dodgers.
It aired around the same time as Duck Dodgers. Lunatics Unleashed.
It came out after 2 years out. 2 years later, 2005.
Oh, you ever watch any of that?
I did watch the Dodgers.
Yeah, Duck Dodgers was a good show.
Yeah,
Finally got Daffy his featured place. Lunatics Unleashed, however, didn't really live up. Is they're going for that whole extreme vibe that, quite frankly, had ended maybe 5 years earlier. So I didn't really see the point of it by then,
I,
especially
I
coming off such a great show like Duck Dodgers.
now I mainly upload other classic cartoons instead of Looney Tunes.
Oh,
Yeah.
what did you have in mind?
Mhm. I do upload Popeye, Lulu, Little Audrey, the Novelty Casper, other random also willing the cartoons. From an internet archive users that the feel free to be watched.
Oh, that's good. Especially I like the Casper cartoons.
I
His
only
role was
upload them.
pretty good.
I only upload this for October.
Yeah, that's Halloween mainly when they're pop. Is that your dog here with this squeaky
Yes.
toy?
Yep. Me and my dad's playing game right now.
Ah, yeah. As I keep going through all these cartoons, it can really see a difference between like WB, Fox Kids. I'm been leaning more towards the Hanna Barbera, the Cartoon Network, Cartoon era over the other. They
Yep.
just seem to be more consistent over the span of time from all the way back to like Scooby Doo, all the way up to like Johnny Bravo and Powerpuff Girls when cartoons were in their heyday. Unfortunately, after that, that's when either William Hanna or Joseph Barbera died in the early 2000s, and then things started slowly spiraling. But I guess been a decade that they are already attached to Warner Brothers at that point. But he still had a good influence on the studio for that last run there. Hey,
Hi
T.
guys, good to see you.
Thanks for stopping by. Good to have you. How you been?
I'm good. I'm really glad to be here. I saw you were on and wanted to say hi.
Yeah. Just the open panel 400 subscriber celebration.
Yeah, I wanted to
But
congratulate you on that one too. Way to go, buddy.
yeah, thanks. They had a really good month for October. I think best months I've had for views, watch hours, and subs.
And who's the other user that just popped in?
This is Admiral Teague.
Yeah, is that Gorilla? The sign, your nameplate's not up. I can't tell who I'm talking to.
This is Brandon.
Oh, hey Brandon. Sorry, couldn't tell.
Do you have a
Hi.
favorite? Do you have a favorite Looney Tunes character?
Excuse me.
Do you have a favorite Looney Tunes character?
Do I have a favorite? God, it has
Yes.
to be Bug. It's definitely Bugs. No. You know what? It's Daffy. It's Daffy.
Just like
Daffy is-
Leslie Germ.
You know what? Daffy, like, for a minute, you think Bugs because there's so much material, but Daffy's funnier. Hey, look who it is. Hi. What's up,
Hey,
Bird?
Hello world, it's Birdo35, Kapla. Congratulations, Resolute.
Thank you.
And hello, Brandon, Admiral.
Hello.
How you
Hey,
guys
buddy.
doing?
I changed my
How you
mind.
doing,
Now that
Bird?
Resolute, now that Bird of Prey here, 5 is here, I'm going to change my favorite Looney Tune to Foghorn Leghorn so it could be a bird.
Yeah,
We got
having this
more.
discussion again, I remember. First time Brandon asked me my favorite
And
Looney Tunes character, I insisted it was Donald Duck.
Hello,
Hey,
hello,
LDG.
hello. Going on?
Hey, hello, LDG.
Oh, hey,
who just-
bird.
who just popped
Pete.
up?
This LDG, you remember him, Brandon? He was here last week.
Hey, Brandon.
Yes.
Yeah, Daffy's my favorite.
What's your favorite?
Daffy.
Well, I guess Daffy's the most popular character on your channel.
Everyone has good taste here.
Oh, yeah. Matter of
Oh, yeah.
fact,
Or Daffy is just that badass, right?
Well, yeah, he
well, he is. Yeah, absolutely.
great long running career. He had his own featured
Where's
show.
my...
Did Bugs ever have that?
2015, Rabbit.
I think about it. Now that I think about it, Bugs probably never did. He had to ride Daffy's coattails with the Bugs and Daffy show.
20.
Also, you know, Donald Duck never dressed up like the devil, so there's that too.
Well, there was that one time, but
It's hilarious.
That was live
it's
action.
Hilarious. Wait, Daffy, Donald dresses up as the devil in live action? Oh, like someone in the Donald suit put on a devil outfit? What a ripoff.
dueling pianos in
Yeah.
Oh, and Roger Rabbit?
Roger Rabbit, yeah.
Okay, I can accept that because the Warner Brothers people were at least in on the decision. I'm not crazy about it. Honestly, when we talk about...
Daffy wears a devil costume and so does Bugs.
When you tell me, you know, what duck dresses up as the devil, to me it's Daffy. It's like asking me, well, who bites heads off bats? I'm sure there's other people, but one name comes to mind.
Yep.
And Donald wears a devil costume in House of Mouse, early 2000s. So
I don't think I saw that one.
Excuse me.
the early 2000s.
Yeah, it didn't. Doesn't ring a bell.
It's kind of a drag that Looney Tunes land at Dorney Park in PA is such a dump, but Allentown just isn't that nice, so don't go. I'm being honest. I went there a few years back. Maybe it's gotten nicer. Maybe it's a little too close to Philly. Sorry, Philadelphians.
That's okay. The entire state's pretty much a write-off.
It's not the worst place. I don't hate New Jersey, but Philly really bad. It's probably the worst part of New Jersey too. So it might not be all Pennsylvania's fault, but yeah, Philly's bad. Philly's gross.
I gotta say, I am
Yeah.
not a fan of New Jersey, but whatever.
I don't imagine there are many fans of New Jersey.
New
Yeah,
Jersey's
that-
nice.
That said, Sissopre does live there, so it has that.
Yeah,
It does. And
one thing.
But I'm the Looney Tunes man, by the way.
That's
You
good,
don't
Brandon.
say.
My subtitle is 2318.
I am a Star Trek man.
that's right. I come here as a mere Star Trek pundit. With my hat in my hands. Bird, can you believe that I only saw one other Star Trek uniform on Halloween? One. And it was Lower Decks. I was so angry. The guy gave me the Vulcan thing. I gave him the thing. I'm like, you're no fucking Star Trek fan. I was so surprised. It's like, that's what happens when you say hi to Admiralty.
Your channel is probably getting changed to oil looking like.
I hear Lower Decks is better than the other ones, but
Yeah, that's not really a high bar to cross.
kind of what I'm trying to say, yeah.
That lower decks is. I'm sorry, I missed the beginning of that bit.
The only other person I saw that was a Star Trek fan was wearing a Lower Decks outfit. And to me, that's not quite a Star Trek fan.
I'm surprised you actually dressed up for Halloween. It's
Me?
very cool. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't.
no,
You don't hear. To me, I don't hear of a lot of Star Trek people dressing up for Halloween. They'll dress up for conventions. I mean, they'll cosplay for conventions.
No, I fully cosplayed on Halloween. I had my phaser.
It's awesome.
I had my communicator. I had my
You had your
gold
phaser.
dimension. I
I'm
have
surprised you weren't arrested.
I have a Type 2 phaser. You know what? They tried to, but I hit the cops for that wide beam heavy stun and just left the area. I could tell they were policemen, Bird. I recognized the traditional accoutrements. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Gorilla.
I think I did.
Hey, everyone.
Hi, girl.
So,
Gorilla.
hey, Bird. Hey, Bird,
I'm
I still
gonna
need
have
to get
to,
that clip from Monday.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't know. Yeah. There's no clip for them.
Oh. Oh. Man, I come on and everybody gets quiet.
No, that's sort of what happens when you're talking about you, and then you show up.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
know
guys.
that.
Maybe he's not as bad as we thought he was, but we'll let him hang out in the cool kids table, right?
I don't know. No, my best friend just called me a jackass, so it says I'm a fucking jackass, so.
This channel is pretty much gonna be rated R.
What was
I'll
that?
be taking breaks from
This is probably
time to time.
Yeah.
your channel's might be starting to be rated R.
Hey,
Oh,
Yeah, it's a loose rating system. It can go up and down.
oh, my channel's way past them even. We're
Probably
in uncharted
triple X.
territory. We're in uncharted territory.
I would describe my channel as a very soft G, very much for general audiences. Low controversy, very, very little profanity.
Well, that's because you don't have me on. Ha!
Yeah, case in point on that one.
I'm an insane.
And your panel is and your StreamYard's not good enough to have a full 10.
No, 6 is maxed out.
if you have a full 10
Ah.
pair, this will probably be NC-17.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, you guys have it easy. I'm freaking free speech channel. I have to defend racism.
Only NC-17 I want.
Well, I mean, you're
is
acting like there's some.
NCT.
Is it let me ask you this: did I fall victim to racism when today someone asked me about the movie Snow White, and when they asked the star's name, I accidentally, in a true Freudian slip, called her Rachel Pigler?
Really? Like seriously? Really?
It's closer than
that-
I would have gotten.
Is that
Well,
racism?
I don't know if you're
Did I
saying a
call-
joke or are you being serious. Because like, if you seriously did that, then that's funny.
I seriously called her Rachel Pigler by mistake.
Wow.
But now
Yeah,
I'm doing it on purpose because I think it's kind of funny.
Well, look at that! Look at that avatar! Look at your avatar. Your avatar.
It's the devil.
My favorite's the Roadrunner.
There you go. I wanted to be appropriate for Germ's channel, right?
Now, I'll say it. I'll say it. I always wanted to see the Roadrunner lose once.
He can only lose once, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. You want to see him roasting on that spick and Wiley with that big grin on his face.
To be fair, there's probably some art out there that can satisfy you. Some animator must have done that by now.
They could have gotten around it. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, I get what you're saying. You can only lose once, but that's not technically true. They could have given us a dream sequence where he succeeded, or it's your life, wonderful life flashback, or you know what I mean, something. They could have gotten away with it.
The problem is that the Roadrunner is female, and the Coyote hasn't bothered to so much as try out being bi to see if he increases his odds. So
Wait a second, Roadrunner's female?
Back. Well, it keeps winning, right? I mean, it's a joke.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I didn't even know. I mean, shit. I didn't even think about it until now. I just automatically assumed masculinity on that.
I don't know.
But now that you mention it.
I think.
I mean, the way
bats his
the
eyes
way
and
it
stuff, it might be
stands and the legs that won't quit. I mean, that actually starting to. Wow, I'm questioning reality here.
I was just like, the Roadrunner's the Roadrunner. This is actually the first time I pondered its gender, and it was only to make a joke. But now that I think about it, it could go either way because it does.
It could go either way. I don't think there is on-screen proof. I don't think there's been an episode that gender. Matter of fact, have we really, is this something? This is actually something.
If the Roadrunner had a voice, I guess we'd have something to go on. We've heard the Coyote talk a couple of
Just
times.
needs to have an egg. We could see the
Right?
Roadrunner lay an egg.
Well,
Right?
yeah, but
That would solve it all.
maybe the Roadrunner doesn't identify as a birthing person, even though it's genetically female.
Wait a second. Didn't the Coyote try to like entice the Roadrunner with like a female once, and it never went for it? Maybe that's why.
You're saying the Roadrunner's female or the Roadrunner?
The Roadrunner's
gay?
well, either the Roadrunner's gay or the Roadrunner's female and not lesbian. I mean, I just can't think of any on-screen evidence at all pointing to Roadrunner's gender at all. I can't think of a single. Yeah, I'm really trying here.
Well, now there's proof in the modern world because the Roadrunner always wins. We would say if this was owned by Disney, we could safely
While a
assume.
coyote
but-
merely speaks with bugs.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
I
just
could
feel that
see I could see the Roadrunner being female.
Wile E. Coyote should be rewarded a little more for being such a capitalistic consumer of products. I mean, before there was Amazon, there was Acme.
Merely speaks if he's with bugs.
He only speaks in that one or two cartoons where he's with bugs. That's right.
Yes.
But are we to assume it's the same? It's just wow. It might not be the same coyote, right? It's just the coyote and the Roadrunner.
Wile E.
Wile E.
Coyote.
Wile E,
Yeah.
Coyote.
Okay, so the Roadrunner just pisses him off so much he can't talk. over focused on his job.
Probably.
Hmm.
He does talk to the sheepdog too when they're punching out.
That's a non-Roadrunner cartoon, right? It's just, that's kind of
Yeah,
almost,
that's no
it's almost
Roadrunner.
a
It's just
sheepdog.
Wiley and the sheepdog.
And it's more from the sheepdog's point of view, if I remember right. The sheepdog just kind of punches out and was like, hello, Wiley, like, hello, Dave, whatever it might be, like, bump, like
Yeah.
hitting the time clock. Yeah, that was great. He was sort of like a portent of reality show cops, where after the arrest, the cops and the criminal all act like professional football players, and they have a bit of chivalry. It's like, oh, Mary Chase let us on there, and the criminal's always like, yeah, just did my best to slide right under that chain link fence, really ripped up my back. Like, yep, we're gonna have to take you to the hospital. It's good to see you again. Like they all know each other. When you watch Cops.
No. My sub count is 2318.
That's pretty good, Brandon.
That's not bad.
Has anybody seen the new South Park Into the Pandaverse?
It's
Yeah.
great.
No, I haven't
great.
yet. I gotta. Is it?
It was not too bad.
I had to watch it. I had to watch it again. Yeah, you had a really good theory on it. You seem to know your South Park, so I'm not gonna counter your theory. And you were the first person to say it, because today a few more people seem to have picked up on what you seem to have picked up on. You seem to have been the first person to say it, but a couple other people seem to have picked up on what you said.
What did I say?
No, Bird of Prey 5
What
had a
I
really
said.
good South Park theory.
I liked it. It's funny, but
Right.
I feel that Matt and Trey are kind of giving themselves either give themselves an out or are in on a joke that most people are not picking up because
I'm with you. Go. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, I mean, listen. I hate to to say, hey, you guys all think that they're laughing at you with you, but I think Matt and Trey are laughing at you personally.
I think that, could it be both?
Yeah.
Could it be both?
It could be. It could be.
And
A little bit.
Your
but
avatar.
You gotta
One quick
remember
question.
Matt and
Your
Trey
avatar is
are.
different. Your avatar is different this time.
30 years in, right? Matt and Trey have so much money. They have a Broadway play that's done by high schools that brings them money. They have songs and music that brings them money. There are people retired after 30 years of writing fart jokes just for South Park and don't have to ever work again. At this point, Matt and Trey's excuse, while it might be valid, what you're saying, it's only good enough to get you out of trouble at a Hollywood cocktail party. You know what I mean? It's not going to fly with everyone else is now laughing at Kathleen Kennedy. That's the part that I think is also operative here. Like Matt and Trey left themselves enough room to not get kicked out of Billy Lord's cocktail party. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's about all.
But I think
and it was
they're
really
both
funny.
more on that.
Your avatar has
side
Daffy
of
Devil Daffy
things.
from Sober's Buds. That's what your avatar. Your avatar.
But you gotta remember, both Matt and Trey are essentially far left guys who make fart jokes and jokes at expenses of people that normally isn't a good idea to make fun of in that situation.
They teed up
I
a
don't know
lefty.
if I'd call them far left.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them far left. I'd call them like in New York. They'd be like towards the middle of what people are here, right? Bird?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be hardcore conservative for the left coast, but in reality, they're damn liberal.
We would consider them pretty liberal, but no, we would consider them centrist Democrats in New York.
It's old. It would be like old school liberal.
The thing is,
90s liberal.
I don't think there's a lot of people in New York who have that left coast outlook either. I don't think that our lefties, we don't have the extremes. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty centrist in everything, and I try to be a moderate, and I have no party affiliation anymore. But I don't know. I don't see the level of extremeness I see from like coming out of coming out of L.A. I don't see anybody in New York who would win a Democratic primary in L.A. or on the left coast. None of them.
Yeah, probably not. You gotta swear your
AOC
allegiance to the LGBT Satan and Mao before you
I
even get
don't-
considered.
Yeah, no, I think the only person from New York who would fit in there might be AOC, and she would have to tack hard left from where she is now, because even though they like to show her on TV because she's good looking, she has like no real. So she's not introduced any laws in a long time. She has nothing. She keeps quiet.
She tries just not to do anything. And that's
Well,
the
yeah,
best
she-
thing for
that's
her
what she's there
career
for.
is to not create any blunders.
Well,
And
we
then
have
she can staying out of the.
Bird, you know this story, right? She ran a cost analysis whether she should run for city council, and it was prohibitive. So she did another one on member of Congress, and it cost 1/3 as much. So she did that instead. She wanted into government, and she just went with the one that was more affordable. It's cheaper to find your way into the House of
Well,
Reps.
she certainly knew the right. Had it been a traditional election that year, she very unlikely she would have had the votes
Well, the
to
thing that
go in,
got
but
her in
because
there,
it was a retiring seat.
no, it wasn't.
They had to have
No. AOC
her
replaced
original.
her original one was to be specific. We should.
Oh, it was it went
hack.
Republican.
No.
It wasn't.
This is the deal. We had a hack. The guy who was the rep for this part of Queens that I live in was the number one, voted 100% of the time with Nancy Pelosi. So we wanted to get rid of him because he was doing absolutely nothing for our part of New York and everything for San Francisco. He didn't give a shit about us. So we wanted him out, and we voted in the most upstart person we could. Now, we should have been rewarded for this, but it ended up being AOC. And in her time here, she did not have a well-functioning office. So whether or not you like what she said, I stopped voting. I didn't vote for her the second time because she didn't bring home the bacon. She wasn't good for Queens. The first time I wanted to get rid of Pelosi's. I did not want Nancy Pelosi running Queens. And we should have gotten a better person than we got, but we got AOC. But at least we got rid of the hack who voted with Pelosi 100% of the time. We got it down to 80%. And she sometimes did some stuff for Queens.
And it's unfortunate didn't get the Amazon. At least
Well, I think that worked out for the best because Amazon's here. They're on the abandoned part of Rikers, so it's not taking up any real estate or messing up anyone's neighborhoods. And there's a bridge from there that prevents them from being all over the roads of Queens. If they had built it at the Bolivar Center where they wanted to, Bird, they would have put 1,000 18-wheelers a road on the 59th Street Bridge. Think about that. Undoable.
Weren't they? No,
Untenable.
this is. They wanted to build a corporate office, not the depot center.
Oh, that was always going to be there. Well, that corporate office wasn't going to pay taxes for 30 years in a deal that both Cuomo and De Blasio looked like idiots for.
Yeah, it would have been eventually. They wouldn't have paid taxes on the office. I mean,
after
but
I was dead,
everybody working there would have been paying taxes. All
Wasn't
the
the deal
restaurants. That's no,
Right.
because believe
no,
me.
they would have paid taxes, but there were no new jobs for New York. They were importing 100% of the people from the other H2 or the other headquarters.
I don't.
They were
believe
laid
that.
off people here.
It was window
no way.
cleaners and maintenance only was the story. Hey, the media lies. That was the story, though.
Yeah, it is complete
How do you
bullshit.
have 100%?
They did not move anyone from Seattle over to New York.
Yeah, I mean nobody.
Well, it never. We can't tell because it didn't end up happening, right? But that was the story that they were telling people.
That was
got
the
it
story
killed.
that that the people who were against it were selling for sure.
Right. That is the one story that everyone told was 1,000 trucks an hour would have been like put on the roads if they didn't
again,
change that plan. I think some
Again,
of it
that
got
was
changed.
horseshit. 'Cause there's
That's
not
ridiculous.
there's not
Nobody,
even any of those trucks at a corporate HQ.
A, yeah, and B, they're not going to build a distribution center somewhere where they physically can't get the trucks out. So, you know,
Well,
you
my
don't
Amazon
build
got
it.
stolen. My Amazon got stolen.
They
Today,
would
so I'm a
never
little
build the
angry.
distribution center in somewhere where uh, the land was that expensive. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. The minimum.
And
size of these
I've never even
distribution
heard
centers are
of them attempting to
25,000
build a
square feet.
distribution center.
You're right. The headquarters is
in
a
Upper
different
Queens.
The headquarters is a different project. So
Their closest distribution center is Staten Island, I think, where the
I would say
land was
this,
the
though,
cheapest in the city.
Some of the people who were angry that it didn't get built were like maybe not qualified to do the kind of work that the Amazon headquarters would do. It's like,
Of
don't
course,
you kind of need
yeah.
to be able to? You need like 2 college degrees, and these people were like, I think they took away opportunity. And it's like, dude, you didn't finish high school. You got kicked out in 10th grade for setting the football field on fire.
I mean, that's the people who were against it were the people who were like, oh shit, they're not going to get a job there anyway. At least that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, you had to be pretty qualified for the jobs that they were bringing to the HQ, the distribution center. Hey, we could work there.
Well, I don't know but when I was walking, unfortunately, educationally, I would have been at the corporate office, not at the distribution center. I have all respect for people who work at the distribution center, but it wouldn't have been me. I would have been at corporate with my engineering degree on the wall. Although they would have said, "Oh, only 1 degree." Yeah, you're probably not qualified.
You also need an IT degree too, so that you can make that interactive AI architectural software. You're almost there.
If you have an engineering degree, they'll have you at that distribution center fixing that damn thing.
I have fixed the automated robot, I guess. Here, put this on. Stay out of the way of the robot. What the fuck?
Yeah,
If you hear the robot honk at you.
Yeah, until it has just a little bit of a problem, and then you're walking inside the yellow line, and it's, oh, I don't see that little yellow line anymore, and he just plows into 3 people.
If you hear 1 honk, it's like a strike. If you hear 3 honks, you're fired. And you're not going to hear the 4th honk.
You'll never hear the one that gets you. I think the e-bike is much more dangerous to people walking down the street in New York City right now. They're zipping around at like 40 miles an hour down the sidewalk like it's okay.
I can't. Yeah, I believe it. Not something I see, obviously, but I believe it. Unless it happens literally in front of my house, I don't see it.
Thank God they're all off the streets now. They all got ripped off.
What, the city bikes or the e-bikes? The city bikes are plaguing every street. They're littering the whole city.
They had the city bikes, which had the electrical bikes.
I don't think the city gives you
manual, electrical. They ripped them all off.
Mm. Yeah, well, the city bikes in New York City are just manual, so nobody wants them.
Yeah, they won't give you a e-bike in New York City because they don't want to accept the liability or buy them, for that matter. Besides, I heard the biggest place to find an e-bike is like in the river, right? They said something like they're starting to find lots and lots and lots of them are ending up in the river.
There's probably a lot of worse stuff in that river you guys got there.
Well, they keep finding ships that were bought here by like people in like the 1600s for not so great stuff. What can I tell you? This was like, where else could they put stuff in here? Maryland, and that was it. When this was a colony. But yeah, I can imagine. Just
That's
even
probably
some of
one of the most polluted rivers on this earth.
Not anymore. They passed a bunch of laws because it was really that bad. Because there was a fire on the river in Ohio like 3 different times in the 60s. The river was so messed up it caught fire. And I don't know how you put that out. Talk about burning bridges. Really? So, not content to burn just bridges, the people of Cleveland set their entire river on fire. And they were like, if that happens here, like we could lose a big chunk of the city. So they started like slowly like raining and stuff. Like you can't just pour lead paint right into the river.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
It's surprising that since I was a kid that the river has actually gotten less polluted.
The river was so much more gross when we were kids. You remember the 80s and the river in the 80s and how disgusting it was and how disgusting that.
Don't get me wrong. It's still disgusting, but yeah, less so.
I think it's now kind of nice. It's no longer disgusting, but it could get disgusting very fast. Only a couple of things have to change, but it was just absolutely disgusting. Now, compared to what it was, it's actually, I guess you had to see the really bad to think it's not disgusting now.
I mean, just our water in general, like the beach. Beach water in and around New York City, like Jones Beach or something, Long Island, which is like the closest when I was a beach going person. It was Jones Beach, or
right,
or I guess Breezy. What's that? Breezy Point,
Breezy
in
Point.
Queens.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to Seagull. I don't know if you're Seagull. But the point is, the water is just brown, no matter what time of the year. Especially in the summer, it's brown water, and for most of my life, that's what the color of beach water was, and it was no big deal. Like, okay, we'd go to the beach, yay. And then I was on vacation as a kid in the Bahamas, and I was like, wow, this is like a movie. I thought movies, they're just used to lighting. Like, I didn't think that was really what the ocean looked like until I saw what the ocean really was supposed to look like. And
well, I don't think even the water like reacts with the light the same way at the temperature it is up here. And because like even out in Suffolk, the ocean and the South Shore water looks much better than the North Shore water because the South Shore is like the actual ocean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In New York City, in New York City, the beaches are covered by 2 separate but equally important bodies of water. The East River, which is a sewage run, and the Atlantic Ocean, which is somewhat less dirty. These are their stories.
Yeah.
Off the South Shore is a different experience. You can still have a bad day there too. Have you ever got it out as like say Port Jefferson and stuff like that, where the water actually is more normal? It looks markedly different than it does in the area of Queens.
Yeah, actually, I have. My friend had a boat he used to launch up on the North Shore of Long Island. We'd head up and around, look over at Connecticut, come back.
The sound is beautiful, and it's very calm and pretty safe.
A lot of current.
Hey, I just got around being banned from freaking Uber Eats and Postmates and all those other things. Yahoo!
You got
Yeah,
yourself
you-
unbanned?
I got around it. Yeah, and well, I didn't get unbanned. I just found a way around being banned.
You made a new
Got
account.
another credit card and made a new account.
No. They have you locked. I'm completely banned from them. That doesn't matter. It's all linked. If I change my credit card, if I change my phone number, I tried it all already. I am perma banned. Okay, I'm like blacklisted in every possible way.
Well, obviously not every possible way.
Yes.
Since I was
Well,
able to
no.
order.
No. I am blocked in every possible way.
Right, but if you
were
make
able to do it because you're not me.
if you make
But
it, so if you make an account,
I make another
that's
account.
not in your name,
I'm still
not
blocked.
if it's in a business name.
I think what he's
No,
saying
because-
is he caused them so much. He motivated them. They made so many terrible mistakes that they felt so bad about what they did that they went in there and found his computer ISP number and figured out who he was, and that like they know like not to deal with him.
Yeah, they know who I am. Like even if I created a new account, which I did, still doesn't work. Tried that, didn't work. I found out my local Wawa started delivery by themselves, and Wawa has a deli, and they make fresh food, pizza, sandwiches, fries.
Wait, is that gas station sushi?
Wait. So
Yeah.
are you not able to you're not able to order from
Yeah,
Uber
I'm
Eats?
not able to order from Uber Eats or DoorDash. Yes,
He's
because now
ordering
So
Wawa.
you just
some
lied.
delivery.
You just fucking lied.
I just said I got around it.
Hey,
now I can get
You
delivery
didn't
of
get
something.
around it.
I did by
LDG,
going somewhere
Go
else.
ahead and tell Gap how you got yourself banned from all the delivery.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know. I've heard this story and now I've gotten an update on it, so like I feel invested.
Okay, so basically what happened was, and it's, say what you want, judge me, it's fine, I'm used to it. So when I ordered food, I don't know how it is up there or wherever, but here in Florida, the people that deliver for Uber Eats or Postmates or any of those companies, they fuck up your order a lot.
Okay, here's a mistake number one.
Yeah.
The driver doesn't prepare your food. The driver's
matter.
not supposed to even look into your food.
Yes,
The food is given to the driver and it's sealed.
Yeah, yes, but that doesn't explain
Don't
the
blame the
entire
driver.
process.
Do
You
not
can blame the driver when the driver's the one ordering your food.
I can see
They're not
why
ordering the
they
food.
were.
But
I can
then
see why
but
they were wrong.
they
to
are
do
though.
this, LDG, I can see why they were wrong to do this to you.
Listen, okay, so the full story is, okay, like it literally is like a 50-50 shot whether or not they get your food right. Okay? Not only that, but I was having issues. What really pissed me off is when they have, so if you go to Taco Bell, right, on Uber Eats, you can order your chulapa or whatever the hell you want. And then they give you would you like some sauces? And you go into the sauces and you fill out your sauces. Everybody likes a good hot sauce for a taco. Who doesn't put sauce on their tacos? And they would always forget the sauces. Always. And I would complain. I wouldn't complain. It's a feedback, right? The program literally asks you if your order was correct. You know what I mean?
You asked for a refund.
No, I didn't. I did not ask for a refund. I only reported that, and it's all automated. If you use Uber Eats, you know what I'm saying is true right now. If you complain, it kind of like automatically gives you a discount or refund. It's not like you have to ask for it, right? You just say that you're missing an item or you didn't get an item, and it's all part of the automated system. Well, they're dumbasses put in the automated system to give refunds if someone get a part of their order that was free. because when you ask for sauces, they don't charge. Taco Bell doesn't charge you for sauces. You can get up to 5 for free, and they would always leave out the sauces. So I would just report that you didn't get my sauces. They end up giving me a partial refund or a full refund, whatever. I didn't think nothing of it, and I just keep ordering. I used to order a lot. Like I used to order like maybe twice a week, right? So they were making money off me. I didn't ask for no refund, and then I guess I just complained one too many times. Because remember, it was not just the sauces they would screw up. I would actually, one time I got a burger, and I don't remember where it was, Chick-fil-A. I got a Chick-fil-A burger, chicken burger, with no bun. They didn't even put the bun in there. I literally got a bunless chicken sandwich.
I'm just gonna throw this one out there. Because I really like certain condiments on my food, right?
Mhm.
I own them and I keep them in my fridge so that no one can fuck up my lunch when I bring it home.
And you're right. And I should do that. And I do that now. But at the time, I didn't have any. I already used them all. I used all my backups. That's why I didn't complain too much, because I did have a few hot sauces packets in my little, in one of those, the kitchen cabinets where you keep all that stuff. But I ran out. And yeah, every time they kept forgetting, I kept getting angrier and angrier. I'll admit that. Maybe there was a couple harsh words thrown at the couple of those last messed up orders. But then I went to order one more time and it blocked me. Then I went to Postmates and they blocked me. Then I went to whatchamacallit and they were blocked me. I went like 3 different places. I'm like, yeah, they all must be talking to each other because for some reason, there's no way. And then luckily Bird the other day, like last month, can someone please order it for me and I'll just pay him. Bird did it and it let him do it, order to my house, and he paid for it and whatever, and I just sent him the money. But guess this, then I get the food, and guess what? They fucked up the order. So I'm done.
Have you ever thought about bringing
I'm
your
happy.
ass out of the house and like going and getting the food?
Well, that's what I usually do.
Okay.
That's what I usually do. This is only when I can't go out.
He was complaining that they didn't send the ketchup packet. Okay.
Hot sauce. I had ketchup. I had
Big
ketchup. It
difference.
was
Yeah,
a
like
hot sauce packet.
Yeah, like a $20 order. He didn't get like a 15.
It was like a $35 order. Okay, there is no such thing as a.
That was free. They don't even charge for. And he would go in and he would say, my order is incomplete. And the automatic software would say, oh, this person got a missing item. Maybe it was $2, $3, $4, $5. They would refund like $5. But in the end, it was $5, even though the item was there, the ketchup packet was not. Like I got my burger from McDonald's. It had ketchup on it. Yes, it had the pickle. It had the cheese. It had the bun. But it was missing the extra ketchup packet that I asked for. So give me my $5 back.
No, I didn't. No. Minus. Okay, first of all, it wasn't ketchup. It was hot sauce. It wasn't a burger. It was tacos.
I just want to say right now,
I didn't ask for a refund.
I have an entire like 2-liter thing of I have 1-liter thing of hot sauce in my fridge and another one on a shelf outside. Just saying.
And again, now I do. I got 1 Louisiana hot sauce full, and I got 1. I can't think of the name of it, but I got another zesty hot sauce in the bottle, in dry storage. Something like that. Yeah, but it's some special kind.
Bird, could you imagine
Not
LDG in Starfleet? That would be awesome. I would love to see an episode about LDG in Starfleet.
Oh, that would be. You kidding me? Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, guys, I'll be right back.
I don't get where you're. I would like to know where you're going with that, but I mean, yeah, that would be cool.
Just saying. I'd like to see that episode. I'd like to see LDG in Starfleet. I'm wondering what you would be if you were in Starfleet.
I'd most likely be Barkley, but cool.
Okay.
Just as annoying, though.
Yeah, more annoying. Well, a lot more than annoying. Yeah, turn the annoying up to 11. But it would be funny annoying.
I'd be Captain John Harriman. I'll be funny on Tuesday.
That works. Where are my cigarettes? Oh, that's right. So anyway, so the story of the matter is my local Wawa now delivers. So I can get anything at Wawa and basically Kurt Stale.
Until they decide that
They won't screw up.
team up.
Well, he
Uber.
now has a relatively decent reservoir of condiments. And I think he realizes now, it sounds like from what he told us, that our pal LDG is taking all 5 packages of hot sauce every time he goes to Taco Bell so that he has a reserve of that as well. Never
If I don't have them, if I don't use them all, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Raquel, welcome to the show. And
you got to understand too, like the sauce I was ordering, okay, it wasn't ketchup. It was literally, this was during the time where Taco Bell had that special
over Diablo
hot sauce. Yes, Diablo sauce. And it's not that hot, but it's better than their hot sauce. And I mean, you guys know me. I did the 1 chip challenge. I did the fucking gummy bear. I did a 9-hour hot sauce challenge with like 12 million Scoville. You know, I love hot shit. So yeah, gotta have my hot sauce, man.
What's up? Finally got home. Finally.
Hey, Wade.
What is it? What's everybody up to?
Young, who's this?
It's our pal Real Wade, Wade from Real Wade's Gaming Nation.
Yo,
that's one way. That's one way to do it, Teague.
Is that pretty good? Not bad, right? He's a mighty Jedi.
Whoa. Yep, no, Maui, get inside. Go. No soup for you.
You missed LDG regaling us with the story of how he got himself banned from every major food delivery app.
I got my money back from Amazon today because they didn't deliver my stuff. And while I was on the phone, they left me on hold so long that when they came back, I complained about the people who write Rings of Power, and they refunded a month's worth of Prime. I said every time I read about these people in the paper, I consider my Amazon Prime defective. And they're like, why? I'm like, well, they said the people who read the books are Yahtzees. And they're like, really? And I'm like, they said it in the Washington Post that you own. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, here's the problem. What's that? You sell the books. So, like, which one do I deserve a refund for? And like, how do I apologize to like my nephew for giving him The Hobbit and indoctrinating him into the world of the alt right? That's just like, we're sorry. I was like, how come these employees get to call me a racist every time they're in your paper and they're not fired? And they couldn't answer me, and they gave me my month's Amazon back. And my jacket got here the next day.
Thanks for stopping by, Raquel. So say congratulations, reaching 400. Here's to many more. Yeah, hopefully. I think I've gotten the little scheme that YouTube's running now.
Oh, believe me, if it wasn't for the snafus I've had, I should be quarter of the way. But I don't know. I should be at 800, but I'm not even there yet. But I'm not worried about it.
Quite frankly, I do have 300,000 subs. YouTube lies. I have 1,000 times the amount that they say I have. What say I have? 375? It's 375,000. That's how many subscribers I actually have.
Yeah.
Well, the way they count a view, I had to sit down and really calculate to see how I could have 41 concurrents and then have that be taken away from me. So the way they calculate a view is weird. And while you're watching live, your live feedback on what a view is different from what they decide later on. and I'm sure everyone kind of
Yeah.
has seen this one happen.
Oh, your stuff, it doesn't count toward your view count usually.
They didn't make enough of a
least
decision to
much,
watch
much
you.
later.
Well, there's a weighted, there's weighted and unweighted. So
I guess the way I've seen it is they defined it as they decide later on whether or not the person made a decision to watch you.
no. It's if the same person comes to your show and then leaves and then comes back, that initially counts as 2 views and then later gets shaved down back to 1 after the analysis is made.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then,
I mean,
not to mention
stupid,
bot
but-
views and bad IP views and all that fun stuff. But
It
yeah,
seems
so
to be
you
able
can.
to do it. The thing is, it seems to be able to do it by the time you close down your stream because you get a fairly accurate read on that. It doesn't seem to be really while you're streaming that the weird stuff happens. Like you wake up and people have just been unsubbed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Your view. Like I said, you have the automatic counter, which just counts every single time something gets viewed, and then you have the weighted, where it double checks all the records. That takes processing. They can't really do that live right now. Maybe in the future they'll be able to do it better, but
I don't know. When I read the definition of a view in terms of service, there was a part where they said they make a decision about whether the person who watched it made a decision to watch it or just had it on. And also, if you're listening to this in another
that
browser,
too, yes.
we get no view. Yeah, so they can make a
that's why-
decision that they can turn around and say that someone did not make a decision because it auto played 3 in a row, and by the time it got to 4, they weren't paying attention. They could just say that.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
they
I
do
wouldn't
that.
read
They
those
already
terms
do
of
that.
service.
That's
They're
same thing with the
pointless.
like button. It doesn't matter if you actually press like or not, because now they know people are sheep and they just hit like on anything. So it doesn't matter if you hit like or not. Matter of
I
fact, it
find
could
it-
end up hurting your channel.
I find it difficult to get likes, especially on Rumble. And I find that asking for them can result in a backlash if done wrong.
Yep. Well, it always will get some kind of backlash.
Yeah.
Every time I
I
hear
wouldn't
somebody
mention
ask
any
for a
of it.
like, I fucking hate it. And I know some
What
of you
if-
guys do it, and it's all good in the hood, but you guys know my opinion about like the like button. You're just feeding into the system. YouTube's got you tricked if you're sitting there trying to convince people to hit the like button.
Oh God, Gorilla, I feel your pain. They did a lot of shit like that. They threw me up to 550 subs and then dropped me back down to 370.
Oh, you want to know? I was up to. What was I up to? I was up to 500, and then they dropped me down to 300, and that was in. Where are we now? I want to say March. I don't remember off the top, but that's
Yeah, all
why
the
I
big
say
YouTubers-
I should be 800.
We all should be millions,
Quote,
dude.
unquote.
I don't care how unpopular you are or crazy your speech is. You should still have millions of people.
Yeah, I don't even. I figure.
But what
as
the
long
big
as I get-
YouTubers aren't telling you is how to get those. And like I said, right now you got a bunch of YouTubers just feeding the bullshit, telling you it's about your content. If you want more views, you got to improve your content. That is bullshit. That is the biggest sack of shit I've ever heard in my life. I don't give a
Well-
care if you have channels that are literally watching paint dry have more views than us put together right now.
Well,
So
I
it
guess
isn't
I'm
has
gonna go-
nothing to do with your content.
I'll go down the ship trying to make good content for the fuck of it.
All you got to do is the same thing the big YouTubers figured out. Get a website.
Is that why they?
Put your freaking
That's why
Mhm.
they destroyed your channel gap? Because you said something about Meat Puppet.
oh
Making fun of the well, what year did you say this? This that's an easy way to figure it out.
This just happened to him earlier this year.
what Gap
Oh, man.
Stargate?
Yeah,
Guys, channel
but,
nukes?
like,
that's why he has the little kitty cat.
who
instead of
president
his,
is
What?
who the president is kind of an opinion right now, right? Like some people firmly
Not to
believe-
YouTube. YouTube wants to be a respectable. YouTube wants to replace television. If you haven't
I think
figured that
they-
out by now, that's exactly what YouTube's doing. So they're gonna anybody who's saying things like, "Oh, gender's a choice," and president lost this bullshit. You're gonna get flagged. You're gonna get struck. You're gonna get kicked the fuck off.
That sounds funny as hell, Gap. I hope you put that up on Rumble.
Rumble's right around the corner too.
Falling down the stair. When he slipped on the
airplane
on the way off the plane.
Yeah.
Can we get like a treadmill already for the leader of the free world, or just like lower him down and something a little more dignified?
No, he needs the freaking thing Marty
yeah,
McFly's dad
chair.
had in the future.
Give him that chair, that escalator chair they had in Gremlins.
I think he should float
too.
out like 3PO in Return of the Jedi, and just like his chair would like land in front of the people and he'd be like, "Kiss my ring! I am the POTUS of Americans."
He needs the George Jetson belt.
I think any president of ours should just be able to like levitate out of the plane like 3PO.
Well,
you really don't want Crazy Joe above you, because you never know when his diaper's gonna spill over.
It's funny. I think
when he gets out of the plane in other countries, not here, and not him specifically, any American POTUS. I'd like to see them have like a hover chair that landed them in front of the other country's leader, where the other leader came over and kissed like a big USA rig. I think I would like that. But that's me.
Some reason my thinking of Joe Biden with like a hover chair or something reminds me of those skibbity heads and toilets YouTube videos you'd be seeing lately. Skibbity bop, whatever it's called.
You mean the scrubbing bubble commercials?
No, it's called skibbity. You got the cameras, the guys with camera heads, and then you got like the Nixon and Biden, and they're like heads inside of a toilet that go around saying skibbity, 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 skibbity. The guy's going pretty viral. He makes them really. Oh, look up skibbity, and as soon as you see heads with toilets, you got to check it out. Like the guy's going pretty damn viral with this thing.
You know, Joe, I'm just thinking that thing you told me about logic, and it's resonating very strongly now. You might have been right.
That concept, I just can't think anymore. That sounds absolutely brain dead. President's heads in a toilet.
Yeah, they're like the necks come out of the toilet, and they do these like you gotta like watch just
Who
one.
made this? The North Koreans?
No, it's some YouTuber. It's the guy does all the 3D rendering and everything, and it's pretty catchy, man. I watched one, I couldn't stop watching, and he has like 60 different episodes where just like they're all like 30 seconds long, and it's like Spy vs. Spy, except for
the shorts feed.
Dude, I'm telling you, look up Skibbity right now and just watch one. Doesn't matter which one it is either.
I don't think I want it.
The Nixon toilet's quite funny.
Hey, Lundell.
Hello, Mr. Lundell.
Hey, Mr. Lundell.
The link is at the top. It should be pinned.
Uh-oh. Why is my skin, my hair on the back of my neck is rising?
We are full at the moment, though, Mr. Lundell.
I could always
I only max out at 6.
I could always expand the underground so we can merge the streams. I got room for an extra 10 if anybody wants to come the underground.
I can move over.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, if you need someone else to go,
Well, Mr. Lundell's already in the underground, so nobody has to move for him. He's already. I already have him here.
I can just listen and put stuff in the chat. Mr. Lundell wants to come up. I can go because I got some.
That works.
Anyhow, we'll see you, Germ. Congrats on the 400.
Right. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Gorilla.
Yeah, no problem. I'll
Bye,
be in the chat.
Gorilla. I'll see you in a
I
little
know,
bit. I
too.
hope.
Hey, Gorilla.
Mhm.
Oh, come on down, Mr. Londell.
Yeah, there's room for you now, Lundell.
Hey, Londell, I'll put the link in the private chat right there.
We
There you go.
we threw Gorilla out the airlock. You have to come on now.
No, Gorilla kindly volunteered to throw himself out the airlock.
Yeah, that was deeply chivalrous. I've done that once or twice myself. I was like equivocating on that one, and he just like he fell on jumped on the grenade for all of us. That was very, very nice of him. Gorilla's a great guy. I love Gorilla.
There we go. Made it.
Oh,
Hey, I'm not a nipple, am I? Teague?
No,
Nope.
you're your Flash Gordon like logo.
Yeah, so hey, I forget, did you respond to me about tomorrow, Teague, on a side note?
Wait, on what? Tomorrow.
Did you tomorrow night? I forgot if you
Tomorrow I'm on with Comic Relief Crusader, and then I think I'm going on at 5:30. But I haven't figured out tomorrow's show yet. That kind of just started. Hello.
Hey, Lundell.
Hey,
Kapla, Mr. Lundell.
hey, Londell.
yeah.
Again.
How you been, Lundell? I haven't talked to you in... Oh, you did talk to you on Bird's channel, didn't I?
Oh, did you? Yeah, you did. I don't know. I'm doing okay, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Uh,
Glad you could stop by.
I'm bored.
What have you been up to?
What was the oh, that's right.
Let's see. There's the weekend watch parties and the occasional premiere. I just finished with one on my channel. Yeah. Great old disgusting movie.
what? What movie?
uh oh god, it's so bad I forgot the title. Hang on. It was
The Last Jedi.
no.
Star Trek
It was King,
Generations?
it was King Dinosaur.
Oh,
King Dinosaur. Yep.
1955. A bird-eye
is that a
Google.
movie?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Are you kidding me?
Golden Age movie.
What year did it come out? Are you sure it's not King Kong?
1955.
I've never heard
Yeah,
of it.
55. So just about 2 years before Jason Voorhees drowns in Crystal Lake.
Is it?
Yeah, I put the link to his
I-
stream in the private chat. So you
I'm
can see
looking
it.
at the images right now. They're fucking great. What is this hyperlink you gave me? Oh. Yeah, what's the deal with this movie, Mr. Lundell? Did you turn it backwards to be able to air it, or do you just accept the copyright match and move on?
No,
it's with this one is MST3 trying to claim like 15 minutes of the movie. I'm challenging it, asking them how
Okay.
can they copyright somebody else's work.
sticking
I
it to the
think what
man.
happened is, you know what? Unless, and I'm just going to guess here, shot in the dark. I might be wrong. It's possible that because they and you showed the same movie, YouTube hasn't figured it out yet, and they'll probably decline the content match thing on that one. But someone would seem to own that movie. It's old, but it's
Not
not that old.
anymore.
Now, it all depends whether or not they actually have it on YouTube. This is the kind of thing people just automatically assume about YouTube and their actual abilities and powers. Okay, think of it about this way, right? How do you think YouTube knows if you're playing? Let's say a movie comes out tonight, right? There's a movie that comes out tonight, right? ABC Man, and you put up scenes of ABC Man doing your review the very next day, right? How do you think they're able to content match that?
Very
Bunch
easily.
of rats.
They don't know what that movie is. They have no clue. YouTube has no clue what that movie is. The only way YouTube would know what that movie is if the production company puts the movie onto a private YouTube channel. The movies exist. Production companies have hidden YouTube channels that they upload movies to in order to content match. You can't content match without something to match.
I think it's BMI and ASCAP and stuff like that for movies. They have their own people out there and pirating movies. Back when I was a kid, every movie started with a warning. When we would buy them and put them on this thing called VHS tapes from before a lot of people's time. Even Bird of Prey 5 only barely remembers VHS tapes. They're from a different time.
Hey, whoa.
I literally have a VHS behind me.
Okay, you realize
can still buy VHS tapes.
Mr. Physical Media over there.
I know
Yep.
what that is, right? I'm not that young.
Yeah, you can still buy VHS tapes.
I got a beta, for God's sakes.
I remember when every movie
widescreen Star Wars trilogy just the other week. Well, a couple of months ago.
I'm looking over at my copy of like the first 4 Star Trek movies and my copy of Generations on VHS, and yeah, I guess I could still play them. But the thing is,
you only got the 4 package.
I don't have all of them here. Here's the VHS tapes. Most of them are at my mom's place. But the thing is, and I tried to make my point. Oh yeah, every movie starts with like a 2-minute warning. Like it had to stay on screen for like a whole like
FBI warning.
Time. Yeah, no piracy, and you know, if you according to like the copyright convention of like 1981, and you know,
$100,000 up to 5 years in prison. Yeah, I'm familiar with the screen. What about it?
My father did 5 years for that. Okay, don't joke around about it. But yeah, like I remember when movie started with that.
Hey, you realize
that was
I remember Blockbuster.
You can record a movie, but you can't sell it or
you can't make money off it. That's basically, at least that was the original intent. Now they've gotten so corrupt, they get to the point where if you walk in the living room and you're not the person who bought it, technically you're breaking the law.
Oh, bullshit.
I'm not kidding you.
So if I'm watching, I don't know, a Stargate, and my mom comes over and she walks from the front door through the living room, past my TV, and
she owes the company $20.
Bullshit.
Yes.
Bullshit.
Only if he
they tried this already.
Only if he stops his mom at the door, makes her give him money because Stargate is on. She agrees to it, and the cops
then
catch
I'm
her.
in violation. If she gives me money,
No,
I'm in violation.
You own a viewing of that movie for as many people as you can fit in your living room. That's to stop people from like someone probably did Alamo Ale House like a new movie into their bar. People probably have streamed movies that came out that day right into a bar at this point.
I'm telling you, they already tried doing it. I think Xbox was trying to do some shit like that. Luckily, it's been stopped.
That was in 2009. What they wanted to propose was that if you had only the Xbox Connect, they would be able to, and left it on during the movie, it would count the amount of faces, and if it went past 5, it would pause the movie till you paid more, but it was never rolled out.
Yeah, it was never
because
rolled
it's
out,
like
and then other
hell.
companies that tried to inhibit other similar rules were stopped at the legal level. Thank God. But
Oh,
if they could get away with it, they would.
Oh,
Well,
so
logistically, they
what
don't
you
have the
talking about?
capability.
Yeah, what you talking
Well,
about?
that's changing now.
That's some bullshit for streaming.
What do you think about that
they're trying to
sharing
do.
password crap is about?
No, they're losing money on that. That's why they're doing that.
They're not losing money. You
That's not
can't
even
lose money
working.
that you don't deserve. That's this bullshit. You're making money.
No,
You're just
if-
losing extra money. They're making plenty of money.
No, see if no think no. See, look, if I own if I'm paying Netflix to stream their shit, and then I don't know.
That means you can play Netflix 24/7 from a single account. That
Right.
means if you share your password with somebody, as long as you're not watching at the exact same time, which they have control over, it should be A-OK. Because when you pay your $20 to Netflix, that guarantees that you can literally have Netflix on 24/7 for an entire month. So by not having it on, giving it to somebody else so they can use your time is completely A-OK.
No, it's not. And
Yes, it should be. You
No,
own that account.
That's not what you agreed to.
right.
Well, it doesn't matter what you agreed to.
But
I'm
they
just saying
should
what
have
should be.
to.
No
That's what
shit.
you
They
agreed to.
Like if
changed
I
it to what
had
you
a
agreed to.
Netflix account, if I'm not watching my Netflix account, and then you log on in Florida to that same Netflix account,
Yeah.
if I'm not on it at the exact same time, legally they're not supposed to be able to tell that it's not the
Exactly.
same person.
You're supposed to have your privacy. Exactly. What if you're traveling and you're going between
That-
state to state? What if you're
That's not
watching from
true.
your home machine?
I mean, I understand why you'd want that to be true, but at no point is that necessarily true.
Yeah, but
Especially with what you
necessarily.
agreed
It's not
to.
necessarily. It is
Yeah,
absolutely.
you have your privacy,
not
dude.
true. They have.
You signed that
They see
away.
your.
You
they see
when you
exactly
agreed
where you
to
are.
their terms of service, you agreed to only
And it-
allow people within your own household to watch.
While I don't
No,
think
that's
you're wrong,
incorrect,
Jared, I
because
don't
they
know
let
if
you
you're
share
gonna
your
get me
password.
challenging this.
They
logic,
let you
bro.
share your password originally. That was in the terms and conditions. They changed it.
Right.
Okay,
Because-
they changed it.
Okay, so
Which
don't
they're
tell me
allowed to
I
do.
agreed to what I agreed to.
Well,
I
you do
agreed to
agree
be able to
to
share
it,
my password.
Because you
And
also
that's why I
agreed
don't have Netflix
to allow
anymore.
them to. You also
Exactly.
agreed to
No
allow them to
Netflix
change-
anymore.
You also agreed to allow them to change the terms of service.
Netflix died. They lost my money, and I still get to watch
if
what I want to
Netflix
watch.
is dead to you, then they're the best zombie corporation ever.
Besides,
Because
you
Yeah,
had
it's fine.
people.
Remember what you
Tremendous
told me about arguing logic, Joe?
Besides, you had people. One person in the family.
Don't get me wrong.
Description.
I
and then
don't like the
everybody
fact
in the
that
damn
they did it.
family
Yeah,
is using
yeah,
it.
Bert
And I
agrees with me.
canceled
That's
my
why it's
Netflix.
exactly. See,
I did cancel my Netflix.
so did I.
But I was one of very few people who thought that way. The
Well, you thought like me.
99% decided, oh, I'll just pay Netflix because I can't be, I can't be without whatever their Squid Game, whatever they have. So I got to
Gap,
have it.
if you do
24/7.
that, they'll
Wish
send
more
the
people did
bounty
that.
hunters after you. Dog the bounty hunter will be knocking at your door saying, "Where's that VHS you lent out? You're going to prison." Then he'll try to convert you to Christianity.
So what happens when you
Oh.
lend somebody a DVD? Nothing.
No, then you're absolutely allowed to give
Yeah.
people a DVD or VHS.
See,
Is it
you can
not
make a
good?
copy of a movie and give it to somebody, but you can't sell it to them. That's the that's the thing, because when you set,
But you can't even do that anymore, Mr. Londell. They changed it now.
Oh, okay.
You-
Then,
If you went in front of your house and you had a big 50-foot screen in front of your garage and you played it for everybody, they would still come after your ass for free.
Where in the world did you hear that? 'Cause I've never
Yeah.
heard it.
No, I heard that too. They used
Where?
to come after something around, I don't know, 8 to 10 foot or something.
Yep.
If the screen was bigger than that, it was
Oh,
considered a public performance, and you're not
Yep.
licensed.
Are you saying that if like
You're
if I
not
let me
licensed.
ask you this.
Screen and you
Are you
good.
are you is this what you're saying? If I live in downtown Manhattan and I have Hulu and I have a PowerPoint projector that's powerful enough and I
Yep.
turn on Only Murders in the Building and project it on the building across from me so that everyone
Yep.
can see it, I'll be arrested.
No, I didn't
I
say
don't know
you'd be
about
arrested,
arrested. Not
but
arrested.
you
You'd be
would.
fined.
You could no,
Violation.
not fine. You could
I
be
would
sued.
owe like a big royalty fee.
You
Sued.
could be
Sued
Sorry.
for
You could
theft
be
of
sued.
like
Legally
damage
fined.
of Hulu.
For what? It's not like you're
For a
getting
breach of
money.
contract
Public-
because you don't own. There's no such thing as physical media anymore.
Well,
you don't
no,
have.
there
You don't
is.
That's a
own.
damn lie.
I would
You don't
wait-
own.
I would absolutely get let go and be cut a deal within a couple of hours because it's such a terrible story for them. But the deal would be I only own the rights to watch that in my home with people. I don't own the rights to publicly
You don't own-
broadcast it. I'm not
Exactly.
a broadcaster. You need a
You
license.
have the right to
just
view it, not to present it.
If I
Yeah,
have a
something like that.
if I go to Home Depot and make an FM antenna and start broadcasting, I'll get in trouble for that too because I don't have a license.
Now there are ways of doing it, and again, getting away with it, but you'd have to go through extraordinary circumstances to do that.
I
So,
live less than 2
LBG.
miles from an airport. I think they'll throw me
Cosme,
in
what you're
jail.
doing with Cosme is a violation.
So what you're saying?
I don't know what
This
you're talking
movie
about.
that we've watched party. You're saying that I do not own this. I can pull
No,
the
you
receipts.
don't.
Look, I can pull
No.
the receipts from Amazon.
Terms and
wherever.
conditions are subject to change without
This
notice. It doesn't
I'm
matter.
calling
They
all these. I
update
got a
just
big
because
fucking-
you
look,
just because you have physical media, the license that you purchase to buy it can change at any
I
time.
got a big freaking pile of movies right here that I bought.
I get you there, boss. I'm with you. Hey, listen, I'm not for the change,
Don't
dude.
tell me physical
Bird.
media does not exist.
Hey Joe,
That's a lie.
if I were to say to you,
Got a room full of
we
it.
want to be strong, would that be enough to get my point across without going any further?
I don't know what's going on here.
We want to be strong.
What we need is a platform where people can mind their own fucking business and you can have watch parties without anybody freaking getting in the way.
Nobody gets in the way over there at Cosmo.
Not yet. It's coming.
Eventually,
It already affected
they'll
YouTube.
come for you too.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, let's look at the success of these kind of edicts. Don't print your own Bible. How'd that one go?
I think Martin Luther had something to say about that. And,
Well, Johannes
what was the guy's
Gutenberg, right?
name? Gutenberg. Yeah.
Gutenberg.
Dude, look what they're doing at movie
Steve
theaters now. They're
Gutenberg.
purposely
He's in high spirits.
they're separating the lines for the in movie to the out movie, so the people who just saw the movie can't talk about it to the people walking in the movie.
What?
That's actually
They
a good
separate the
fucking idea.
exit.
No, you know
They
what? That's
don't-
a good. I applaud that one. If I'm going to see, God help me, of like one of those Glass Onion movies, and someone blurts out the ending, you can ruin a movie for people. There's people who are dicks. Like I don't like. So what? Like I don't need.
They
to see
have
people
it-
coming out of. I can't get my like. First of all, someone walking out of the movie theater yelling the ending at me can only ruin it. And if someone tells me it sucks, like, what difference does it make? Like, walk back to the box office and be like, listen, man, everyone walking out of that movie said it sucked. I want my money back.
No. They're
That's
talking
what
about
they would do.
they're talking about the people that are still in the ticket line deciding what movie to watch.
So what?
They,
That's you own a movie theater. You're allowed
so
to do that.
Yeah.
That's before I can tell you a number of times when I was sitting before I bought the movie and didn't know what movie I was actually going to see. And somebody blurting out that a movie sucked definitely would have swayed me from going to see something else. Maybe,
Here's the
absolutely.
thing: you were already
Oh.
going to see a movie.
But you know
A movie. Who goes to see the movie? I mean, when you're in, I don't know how it is in certain places, but I've gone to the movie more times not knowing what I was going to see until I actually got there.
How do you
Because
know
there's so
that?
many
Because
decent movies, you just go to see something. Who cares? There's usually 3 or
you
4
go
good
out, you
movies
go for a play.
back in the
You don't go for
90s.
random.
I mean, now there's like, okay, you go to the movies now and maybe, okay, there's only one good movie. But back in the 90s, early 2000s, you could easily go to the theater a number of times and there'd be like 3 or 4 movies you might want to see.
But LDG, there's this thing
When
called the
Marlboros
movie
were
critic. They do
$1.65 a
that all
pack,
the
yes.
time.
What was that, Londo?
There's this job called a movie critic. They do that all the time. They tell
Well, that's
you
movie critics.
what's a bad.
Well, everybody's a movie critic, I guess.
But these guys get paid to do it. You know, Cisco.
Yeah, I get what does that have to do with what I was talking about, though? I'm just asking.
Yeah, but they tell you whether or not it's a good movie before you go buy
They
it.
tell you. They don't tell me and a million other versions of me.
Well, see, I tried to warn you.
They
See,
tell
you know,
most people.
Matrix 4. I tried to warn you about that damn movie.
I had no choice with Matrix 4. I had no fucking choice.
You
I
had
had to go watch it,
every
okay?
choice.
I had to. Okay?
If
I love
any
the
of
first
us were
3.
in Florida,
You
we would have
watched it.
chained you down.
You saw it sucked and you watched it again.
Yeah.
And then you asked for a refund.
All right, here we go. Oh God.
You shouldn't
Yes,
have
I
bragged
did what
about doing that.
I did what all of us should do. If a movie sucks, you should demand a refund. Okay?
Yeah, but not 15
all of you should have
minutes
the
before
balls.
it ends.
You know what?
Well, how do you,
I
how,
haven't
how
asked
do you
for a
know if
refund.
it's not good until
Hey,
I won't
it only
ask for a
took
refund.
me
You
It's
already
my fault
pirate
to the
watched
owner. If the
I've
sound
done that
sucks, if
before.
the movie theater's freezing cold, if it's hot as fuck in there, I'll ask for a refund. If the movie sucks, I'm not going to do that to the theater owner. I have.
you're
asked
not doing
people
any
who
you're
are
not doing anything to the theater order. The theater owner made his money
talking
on
about?
me. I didn't
No,
ask for a
if I
refund
take
for the
back the
$50 worth of food that cost them $5 to make. I didn't
I'm
ask for the
reversing the
$7 refund
transaction.
on my car parking. I only asked for my money back for the ticket, which only hurts not the theater, but the production company. The theater made plenty money on me. Plenty money.
Say opening day, 30% of that ticket price is still theirs.
I doubt it.
More.
Whatever
Sometimes
it is.
it's
I
more.
mean, from my understanding, that the ticket price is mostly goes to the production company, and then everything else you spend goes to the theater.
I walked out of Last Jedi. I let them keep my money though. I
Hey.
felt bad for the theater.
See,
owner.
that's the
He didn't
bullshit
know.
right there. That's where I call bullshit on that. You should have asked for a refund on the ticket.
He
I
didn't-
asked for
Ticket
it.
only.
The theater
I
owner
wouldn't be
didn't make Last
surprised if he
Jedi.
isn't, Gap.
I want to be
You know what?
shocked.
I walked off a subway into a movie theater. I snuck in a freaking Gatorade and I watched the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. What am I going to do this?
Wait.
Why do I
have
need to
one
gouge
worse.
this guy?
You know, y'all part of these YouTube channels that talk about how you stick it to the production companies, yet none of them have actually good instructions on how to do it. I give you a
I
perfect
just told
instruction
people how
because
to get a
nothing
free
hurts
month of
more.
Amazon.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't care,
nothing
I
hurts
just don't
more
like it.
than a refund.
Wait, Teak, I got a better one.
Go for it.
All right, I forget the name of it, but it was what was it?
Star
Hold
Trek
on.
Into Darkness.
No, it was a Tom Hanks movie.
Big
No,
Anything
it
he
was,
made
Apollo
after
13.
Forrest Gump?
no, it was
Is
like
it-
a
I think
recent. It
Turner
was like
Bush is
a
the word.
weird.
Oh, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
No, it
Oh.
was something. I'm gonna hate it.
Bridge of Spies.
No, it was a guy.
Greyhound.
Here, Asteroid City, A Man Called Odo, Pinocchio, Elvis, Finch,
I used to
Greyhound, A
remember
Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Toy Story 4, The Post, The Circle, Inferno.
Did you hear
Oh
me?
my God.
It's Otto. Otto was stupid. I only stayed longer because went with the fam. Even they got annoyed with it and they asked for the money back.
I knew after J.J. Abrams' Star Trek movies that I was not going to be able to enjoy the Star Wars movies, but people convinced me based on the commercials to go with them, saying that I must be wrong and depressed, and both people flipped.
The funny thing is I liked the trailer. Whole different movie than what the trailer came off as for that movie. I was so dumb. And I was like, oh, what are we gonna? What is there to do? Let's go see a movie. Remember the trailer? And total different movie. And that's the only recent movie that I watched.
Reminds me of Matrix 4. Totally different movie.
Where I live now,
And
the
by the-
price of going to the movies is the price of almost the same amount of time as going out drinking. So
Yeah, but you're on the East Coast. You can do a million things on the East Coast.
By the way,
guess.
Loki just dropped on the unofficial official channel.
Yeah, oh God, I have to review that tomorrow morning.
I'm waiting for Infinite Canes, though I know it's not going to be that, and it's going to be something completely stupid and dumb.
Thank you
heard
to
a-
everyone who
Do yourself a
everyone who
favor,
joined
have
my
a nice
channel over
big
that,
bottle
but,
of whiskey when you do that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. So anybody wants to watch it after the show, you can join us in the underground.
Oh joy! I'm just like, listen, like 40 people joined my channel over the review of episode 1, where I condemned the show and said it was horrible. But because they joined my channel, I'm obligated to finish out Loki, and it is just so fucking horrible. I can't wait for it to be over.
Teague, I'm so confused. The one show you were gonna have me on, why are you doing season 1 when season 2 is out? Your title made me confused. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not sure. The Loki episode that I'm doing the Loki watch parties as they drop, and I'm watching them, and like there's no it's so hard to stir up interest. It's like the MCU's in such weird trouble. I'm doing season 2. I blogged season 1. I wasn't doing YouTube yet.
No, you were like had a show on what was it, 2 days ago, I think.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you were doing the 10 o'clock. It was like at 10 o'clock, like 11 o'clock for you.
I might have
Ring a
talked
bell?
about. I might have talked. Yeah, I might have talked about season 1.
Oh, you were talking about it. I thought you were. I was like, I thought you were in. Oh, it didn't show up anyways.
Oh, I think what happened was when we were talking about Loki, and some people had seen season 1 and some people had seen season 2, but only I had seen both. And that's why, right out of the box, I hated this show, because in episode 1, in the first 5 minutes, they blew off everything from last season. Because when we ended off last season, there was new information and there was a reordering of society. But everyone was cool with Loki, and no one but Loki knew that things had changed. And off screen between seasons, they counted on us to forget this. And we started with Loki running away really fast, like fearfully from like a bunch of people.
Wait,
I didn't mind it either, but there was no reason for it.
No, I know, but I
He wasn't. He was in the past, though.
Yeah, like
they left that out.
I didn't mind that part. Is the later episodes that are like seriously.
They had a break. They had to break canon just to write themselves out of the hole they put themselves into. There isn't supposed to be time travel in the TVA. How can you have time travel outside of the timeline? Like, seriously, someone please answer that. I mean, Teague, come on, somebody.
I'm not going to try to argue that one with you, because I don't buy into what the show's saying. It's bullshit.
I think they wrote themselves into a plot hole.
Shouldn't be watching the show.
Could I explain? I can explain the show to you. I'm not going to say it makes sense. Could I explain the show? Yes. Do I stand by the show's logic? The show's logic is that you have something close to a smartphone, that you open up something close to a transporter beam Stargate that's like sort of stable. You step through that portal and you TARDIS transport to anywhere in time and space you want. That's the show's logic. They do it unexplained.
Well, I mean, it's more like I would say it's more like that one race. I can't think of the name right now. Forgive me, Star Trek gods. What was that race that had the portals, like the doorways?
Iconium.
The ancient
Wormhole
race.
race?
Yeah, the Arconians. Yeah, the Iconians or whatever. Yeah, it was like
Okay.
that, right? They could just open that up and you just walk right through. It's like you got the gateway to the infinite tomorrow, on your wristband or whatever the hell. And
That's why I
Carl, you got
said
Carl on a.
Yeah, you have a device, right? In Loki, this is what they do. Don't ask me why it works or what the logic is, but they have a device. They pull it out. It looks more or less like a smartphone or a communicator, right? They just kind of point it. It opens up a weird amber opaque doorway, right? And it's either a transporter beam or a Stargate or both. You can view it as either one. But the thing is, like, when you step through it, you've already dialed in exactly where you want to go. It's factored in the spinning of the planets and the rotation of the Earth. And you go wherever you want in time or space. If you want to go to Titan and watch Tony Stark die, you can go to Titan and watch Tony Stark die. You want to go watch the alternate universe sign a Declaration of Independence, you can go to that. You want to go to the Omega Glory planet, you could go to that. That's basically what they do in Loki. And it's unexplained how or why. They just do it.
Well, that and then they get the branch timeline effect in which, I was saying this at first because they kept saying the word branch, right? And what happens when you cut a branch? The branch grows back. What kind of branch? The exact same branch.
Not necessarily. No.
Well, it depends where you cut. It depends where you cut it, but
no, it's not what happens. That's not what happens.
No, they literally showed you that branches grow back.
On the timeline. No.
Yes, they showed you that specifically.
Let me address that. They showed you that the timeline that they think is the sacred one has a tendency to have offshoot timelines. That's what they showed you.
Well, all they do. Okay, wait. Let me finish this thought, and then I want to hear your thought real quick. Give me a second. Just let me have this real quick, please. Okay. So if they're saying the word branch, think of it like a tree, right? How do they clip the branches? Do they clip the branches at the event on the sacred timeline that caused it? No, they blow up the branch after it branches out. They put bombs on the timeline that branched out, and they snip the branch itself. The event on the sacred timeline that created that branch still happens. Well, no, it doesn't. Well, it goes in a time. Time goes in a loop.
By the dragon, Aloyth, at the end of time in that land where alligator Loki lives.
That's the recycling of the lost branches that get snipped off. But what I'm trying to say is, he literally shows that after the Kang War, he took time and turned it into a loop. So every time time loops around, the same branches that are triggered by the certain events that happen in the sacred timeline create the same branch. And they have to keep pruning the same branches over and over and over and over.
I don't know if the show's aware of that logic from the comic, but okay.
No, fuck the comic. The comic might make more sense. I'm talking about the stupid show.
Oh, the show introduced all this new stuff out of nowhere.
Later, Bird.
All right. See you, Bird.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
I mean, because Kane shows you.
We're actually going to be wrapping up here pretty quick. Thanks, you, Bird.
I mean, it's interesting, but Kane shows you that he turned time into a loop.
I just wonder why, whenever anything goes wrong, because they have complete and total control over all time, and they take pains to show you that. Why, when things go wrong, don't they just rewind time and try it again?
Well, because you don't have time in the time. Because technically, the TVA is outside of time.
Yeah, they are. But we saw them rewind time to get rid of those time branches that were coming off their main timeline. They rewind time a couple of times in the show.
Please give me an example, because I gotta understand. I don't remember them rewinding time.
All right,
like visually, like you're seeing time going backwards, or
Loki has complete and total control over time, right?
No.
With that
Wait, I'm
device
trying to
he
follow
has?
you here. I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just trying to follow you here.
No. I know. Okay, if Loki has the TEM-pad, right? He can go
Yes.
back 5 minutes or
Yes.
5,000 years, and he can go
Only
anywhere.
on the timeline, not in the TVA. Yes.
What? So if I send Kang into the time loom and he gets
Mhm.
spaghettified because that was a terrible
Yes.
idea, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Why not rewind time until the point, go back to the point where Kang and you are talking about doing this and say, hey guys, just got back from that. Don't do it. Didn't work out. Try something else. And then, like, in a
Okay.
minute or two, I'll disappear
Don't
because you'll
spoil the
overrun
end of
the
the
time.
season.
Oh, the only one who proved that can even be
It
done
hasn't aired yet.
is the randomness. Okay, Chris. Okay. So let me throw
Hey,
let me throw a
they're
small
gonna
wrench
do
into
something
that.
that stupid. That is
They
a
are gonna-
Remember?
stupid idea for them to do, and they are going to do it.
It's actually
wait,
it would be the
Teague.
first time they did anything smart, right? Like, just rewind time when you get in trouble and don't make that mistake. Go ahead.
Okay, Teague. So the only exception of what you're talking about, which could be possible, is the fact that Loki is time skipping in the TVA. Correct? Am you with me so far? Am I good?
Loki has a strange CGI effect where he freaks out like Venom,
Yes.
and they call
Yes,
it
but
that. Yeah.
when
It
we
doesn't-
found out in episode 1 of season 2, when he time skipped to the future in order to prune himself, he wasn't in the future of the TVA. He was in the sacred timeline for some reason.
When he went forward and when he was skipping forward in time, we don't know where he was. All we know is that Ouroboros needs to have glass. Ouroboros has no glasses where he went, and that Ouroboros had a different set of knowledges, which means that even the TVA has variants, which means that they're failures at what they do. So the whole thing didn't make sense to me right away.
Yeah. It breaks it. It completely breaks it. But he came from the timeline because that's when he got kicked out when he saved Mobius. When he got launched out of the timeline when
I
Loki.
honestly don't think that any I mean, you might have I'm down with like your headcanon and in-universe explanation, but I'm going to be honest with you, the way they overstate things and the way the dialogue is so bad and the way they say things, I honestly don't think anyone can square this up. They have to pretend a lot of it didn't happen, just like we had to have events happen off screen to put Loki in conflict with the TVA for a sight gag because the show didn't know what to do. And it's if you watch the mid-season trailer, you might be tempted to believe that they have just said that the first 4 episodes don't matter.
Oh God! Real quick, pause that right now. What did I tell you before, Teague? What's the one thing I fucking cannot stand that they do? You never tell the audience everything you've seen up until now doesn't fucking matter. And I said this to you before, and you questioned it. You were like, oh, I don't know. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, I've never questioned that. I hate Lost and shows that tell you everything didn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Well, Loki's doing it. They're just finding new ways of doing it.
That is just about enough for Loki.
Yeah,
all right. I'm sorry.
I have to watch it tomorrow. I want to on record again that before the conversation, I stated that I do not believe in the logic of the show or enjoy it.
Yeah.
I have to watch it because a lot of people did join my channel over it, and I have to see it through to the end. It is mentally painful to watch Loki. I don't recommend it.
I enjoy hate watching. Yeah. I mean, I like the 2 actors on it.
Okay, boys.
I watch it.
Neutral corners.
Star Trek.
We got to wrap this up.
I want to talk about Star Trek.
Jill, thanks for stopping
watch
by.
Loki.
I'm sorry, Germ. I was just trying to be funny though.
That's okay.
Oh, Reza, what do you got going on this weekend?
Well, let's check the poll.
Oh, you got a poll for the cartoon? Shit, where is it? On Twitter?
Community page.
Oh shit! I didn't know you were doing the community page.
Yeah.
What do you have?
When I voted, no one checked my ID, so I dispute the validity of that poll.
It's okay. It's very lopsided this week. With 67% of the vote, Thundercats is Won the
Oh,
Battle of the
nice.
Cats.
Nice.
What?
You accept
Nice.
the
Okay,
award
which
for the
Thundercats? Which one are you doing? The old one,
The
the
original
remake,
one.
like the
The
old
original. The good
2D?
one.
the 2D.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're all 2D, so.
No,
And
but it's like,
Thundercats
you know what I
Roar
mean.
does not count.
No, I was just saying the remake or the old 80s. That's what I was trying to. No, even I know Thundercat Roar doesn't count.
See, I
You
had
know what I
voted for
mean.
Top Cat. I just want to. I'll make that clear.
Tomcat? What is that?
Top Cat. Top Cat
Top
was
Cat.
from when I was like, I guess it's from the 60s and 70s. It was on when I was really young.
60s mostly.
What's the
Yeah, I
okay?
believe late 60s. Around the
What's
same time
the-
as Scooby Doo.
What's the cat one where they're like fighter pilots? It was like
I
a
don't think I know
Fighter-
that one. That's after my time.
Fighter pilots?
yeah, like they have like a
Wing Commander?
No.
No, but they're like it might have been
Oh,
the
Silverhawks?
No, I know the one he's talking about. I can't remember it.
But it's like
Base? Or are we talking about air?
No, it's just air.
I can't think of a fighter air pilot show. Huh?
SWAT Cats.
Per Force One. Okay, there we go.
SWAT Cats. Okay, that sounds
Okay.
familiar.
Yeah, it's from the 90s.
I knew what it
believe.
was. I just couldn't
Oh,
remember the
SWAT
name.
Cat. Yeah, shit. Okay, I remember now. Yep, that brain cell just woke up. Holy crap. Yeah, I do
Like
remember
I
that.
knew what it was, but I couldn't tell you the name of it until I looked it up. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember SWAT. It was like two people, a fat guy and a skinny guy. And I think it was like two Ninja Turtles or something like that. Or I think Donatello was one of them or something.
I forget. I never watched it. I just remember going through YouTube and looking at old cartoon intros. Long time ago.
Oh yeah.
That's how I remember it. I need
Yeah,
to,
that's
you know what?
definitely one I'll be
Okay,
adding
here's
to
a
the list.
question for Germ. Do I really need to watch Mask?
Mask rocks.
It's pretty good.
Mask.
You know,
Not the best.
That's all right.
you know what I'm talking about, right? The one with the helmets. I say
Yeah.
helmets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mask.
I
Yeah, with the. Go
I would
ahead.
recommend Cops over Mask,
Cops is good.
but Mask is very good
Over Masks?
as well. Yes,
I
Cops
used
is
to
over
love
Mask.
the show Cops.
Oh, I
love
like Matt.
the original animated show Cops was fun.
It was
Bulletproof.
Who has Mask
misdemeanor.
streaming wise? Who owns it?
That
Probably-
might be on Tubi.
Is that
Oh, is it?
or
I know.
Yeah, I
Used
can't
to
think
be.
of the other one that's free.
They
Pluto.
have
Pluto.
Pluto
they
or
have
yeah,
Pixel,
the other one as well.
Plex.
I
Pornhub.
haven't. I mean, I'm younger than probably all of you guys. Come on. That was a horrible play.
I was born in 1653 in Scotland.
You're flying the Enterprise, right, Teague?
Yeah.
Right, I'm an immortal Highlander. I make it all the way to the time of the Enterprise, which makes me infinitely qualified to be the commander of this fleet.
Hey, okay, here's the Star Trek question, real quick. What? Okay, back to Cat Paw, Teague. Do we ever know what the name of the aliens are?
We don't find out what the name of their planet or species is. We find out only that what they reveal is that they came from outside our galaxy. And then when we see what their bodies are really like, they seem like they're somewhat insectoid. So that's why they couldn't have feelings and emotions the way we did. And that's why they were overwhelmed. They're like weird bird-like. They're my favorite aliens because they look so fucking weird.
Hey, do they ever show back up or no?
It's possible they could because we've seen other super powerful aliens that have like technology that powers
No,
it,
I'm
and it's
just
not.
sorry.
We
I'm
can't
talking
rule it
about.
out, but no, not
I'm talking about.
specifically.
I'm talking about in the episode, like future episodes.
We never see that particular species again in a way that we know it's them. Someone could turn
Oh.
around tomorrow and be like, well, the aliens from this episode, there's nothing to say that they're not them, because that's what new Star Trek does all the time, to invent
No, I was
something out of
just.
nowhere. No, we never see them again specifically.
That's
And
what
we
I
don't
thought.
quite know
but
what
I should have
Sylvia
asked
and
you.
Koloth are.
I was gonna ask you that the other time, but I didn't think of it till just now. Sorry,
Yeah, we
Jim.
don't know. No problem. Yeah, no, we don't know what they are. They're from another galaxy. Germ Star Trek game is strong.
Yep.
He probably knew the answer to that one. Right? They
Yeah,
never
I
say their
didn't
names,
think
the
they.
Catspar aliens.
I don't think so. But
And they're not from our galaxy. They
Ghost
say they're
Jill.
scouts.
All we
There's
know
our
is that they're made of pipe cleaners.
From pipe cleaners. Yeah, and like some pieces of a feather duster, and that the Desilu people were like, hey, the way we melt the tapes, let's melt these aliens, because they burn up just like the Mission Impossible mission tapes. Like, and they make these cool, like pathetic noises as they're dying. But like, to be honest with you, knowing what Kirk knew when he knew it, when Sylvia makes him that proposition, I would have been like, all right, I'll take that deal. Different chick
Sylvia
every
Oh,
night.
speaking of Star Trek,
Sylvia was kind of hot though. I mean,
Yeah, especially when she shows him she could be any hot woman you want. It's like,
yeah.
tonight I want Claudia Schiffer, 1998. Tonight I want Marilyn Monroe, 1948.
there we go. Hey, by the way, guys, I had a strange surprise the other day. Star Trek actor followed me on Twitter out of nowhere.
Who?
Nelson
Unfortunately,
Cruz.
Might not exactly the Star Trek actor I expected, but
Nelson
yeah,
Cruz.
Manu Intirami followed me the other day.
Are you sure it's
Icub?
him?
New Icub.
Chip, yeah. I don't know. I mean, he didn't DM me or anything. He just followed me out of nowhere. Guess he likes my whole free speech thing.
Sean
Are you
Ferrick,
sure it's
Star
him
Trek.
and not a
Sean
robot?
Ferrick, the Star Trek critic, blocked me because I asked him why he felt the need to opinionate on the state of politics in the Middle East every 15 minutes for 3 weeks. He got really fucking angry at me.
Nah.
It's like, after you've blamed,
Oh.
now that you've blamed both sides and said fuck everyone involved, where's your moral authority? And aren't you supposed to be talking about fucking Star Trek? What a dick.
Come on.
Okay, this seems like a good place to wrap it up. Before we go through one by one, see what you got coming up, Teague. What do you have coming up?
Admiral Teague. I'll be on with Comic Relief Crusader, I guess tomorrow at 3:00. And I will also be on my show starting about 5:30, and we'll be wrapping it up in time for Doomcock. That's the next time I'll be around. Check me out. I'm your buddy Admiral Teague. I do Star Trek, Westerns, military movies, and other stuff. And I'm glad to be here for my good friend, Resolute Germ, who I hope you'll hit the like and follow buttons for, because he's a great guy who gives us great gifts and gives us back Saturday mornings like we used to have. Thanks for letting me be part of your celebration, buddy. Here's to 400 more.
Thanks for stopping by. Glad to have you here. LDG. You want to go next?
You know what's going on, guys? Yeah, just chilling out. About to watch some Loki in the Underground. freethenet.org/underground. Hit me up. And thank you very much. Congratulations on your 400 subs. And here's some 400 more. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Wade, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow, not decided what time yet, but I have a window. I gotta figure that out tomorrow, of course. But I'm playing Fortnite tomorrow, the new season coming out tomorrow with a couple friends. I'm hoping 9:30 Central by the latest. Subject to change, but it'll happen no matter what. I just don't know what time yet. Look for me on Twitter with the same name for the updates. But trying to get to 800 by this end of this month. So I just have to get 200 by next month for the end of the year push. But worst comes to worst, it won't change. It just will. The ultimate goal won't be hit. But come watch my stuff. I always post stuff. I'll probably post stuff in probably an hour or two more, depending on if I feel up to it. But I have plenty of stuff to keep you occupied if you choose so. So, yeah. Congrats
All
on
right.
400. Germ.
Thank you. And thanks for coming up. Mr. Lundell, what you got coming up for the Groovy Movies?
Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central, I'm premiering a movie called The Maze. It's quite an interesting little. Well, you just got to see it. That's all I'm gonna say. And Saturday, 3 o'clock, I got another watch party at 3 p.m. This time we're doing from 1985. It's a B movie called Creature. It's kind of a alien ripoff.
I think I actually own that one.
Oh yeah, you probably do. You like you remember the '80s, so you
I
probably.
think I saw that. I think I snuck beer into that movie theater in high school and saw that movie. I think I remember Creature.
Yeah, it's to me the first time I saw it, I'm like, this is a dead ripoff of Alien. So
Sounds good.
that's all I have for this week, and next week is a work in progress.
Okay. Thanks for being here and thanks for coming up. And
Thanks for having me.
And I'd like to thank everyone who was in the chat. Jill, Brandon Looney Tunes fan, Gap Stargate, and massive block of stream elements that I still have to fix. And Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Thanks for being here. Thanks for getting me to 400. Honestly, I didn't think it would ever happen. Year and a half. But
YouTube's coming around.
Yeah, hopefully. But
in some ways they are.
Saturday
but yeah.
morning. Yeah. Saturday morning, 8 a.m. We'll be watching the 80s Thundercats, 4 episodes.
Nice.
And we'll have another open panel same time next week. Take care, everybody.
All right.
Later.